listeners and learners, users of the English language everywhere you are, wherever and however you're reaching us, mostly via our YouTube channel. We thank you for being there and welcome you once again to another lesson on the English language at ISIFE EDUBLOG. Martin Ekba is my name. Today we shall be looking at prepositions. Prepositions. We often pronounce that word as preposition, but the better pronunciation, the correct pronunciation is preposition. Preposition. There is a secondary stress on the first syllable. Right? A preposition shows the relationship between two nouns in a sentence. The connection. What is the link between nouns in a sentence? Prepositions do that. There are fixed kind of word class, that is, you don't create prepositions every day. They are the way they are, they hardly change, and changes are very gradual. Of course, I say so because prepositions like into, onto are changing, being not so often used these days. They are dropping off, but such drop-off will not be done in a hurry. So, prepositions show direction, they show places, they show conditions, and all of that. And we have a list to show you the prepositions at a glance. Okay, writing, I think we have onto here, but we don't have into, so let's capture it as one of the examples. So here we have our prepositions on the board, ranging from at, in, on, by, with, over, of. Please take note of these pronunciations. This is of. This is of. Right? Of. Now, we have beside, we have behind. Sometimes people will say behind, beside, I don't know. But I'm not comfortable with behind. It is better behind. Beside, between. Between. Now, people say between you and I. Please don't do that. Between you and I. Wrong English. Between you and me. Correct. You know why? Between, as a matter of fact, subjects the pronoun that comes after it to the object form. Alright? Every preposition is assumed to have come after a verb, whether it comes before the verb or not. Whether you use it to start a sentence or not, every preposition is supposed to have come after a verb. So once that happens, the noun or the pronoun that comes after it will be in the object case. Take note of that. Don't say, he shared it between you and I. No, he shared it between you and me. Swear, between you and I. No, it should be between you and me. Okay, let's continue. Now, we have above, below, against, next, near, past, along. You could notice my pronunciation of these words. We are not talking sound, but of course, learning is a continuum. So take note of against, the way I pronounce it, against. Alright? Not against, against. Along, towards, among, before, under, around, round, like, through, about, beneath, beyond, beyond, unless, since, until, unto, till, to, across, after. Okay, again, as can before now, then we have into. Now, something I wanted to look at, across, not across, but after. Alright? Across, after. This one has the long vowel as sound, but this is the weak schwa. So this is across, across. This is after, after. So don't, for the influence of after, pronounce across as across. That's what I want to pass on. Okay. Now, my interest in teaching preposition is not necessarily to give the list. It's important I give the list, which I have done. But the more important thing is to bring you to get to know the best way to use preposition. And that's what I call usage. Now, let's look at dressing. Like I said, this lesson is a global one, but my constituency is the Nigerian community. And almost every Saturday, we attend weddings and hear people say, men on suit. That's not good English, right? That's not good English. It is not men on suit. It is men in suit. Generally, as we'll see in the sentences we have here, we, of course, I'm putting on a shirt. So I'm in it. It does not mean that every grammatical thing is logical. This one is actually. Yes, this cloth or this shirt is covering me, so I'm in it. This does not mean that whenever we say something is like this grammatically, that logically it must correspond. No. But I'm saying this because this one commonsensically corresponds. We are in what we are wearing. Alright? The man on coat is my friend. No. The man in coat is my friend. The man in coat. The man in suit. At the wedding, the men in suit were 10, not the men on suit. Please, MCs, take note of that. You create more of these problems at weddings. I say from experience. Okay, the girl on glasses often reads. Sounds great, right? But it's wrong. The girl in glasses often reads. The girl in glasses often reads. Note that glasses, talking of eyeglasses, is perhaps the only place where glass takes the plural form. Glass is usually on count, right? Glass is glass. If you want to talk about window, you may use louvers, alright, where you could see it as plural, but glass is glass. It is in the glasses we use, the spectacles we use for our eyes, that we can use glass as countable, which is glasses. Okay, so the girl in glasses often reads is correct. The soldiers were not on uniform. At schools, we say the same things too. We say they are not on uniform. No, they are not in uniform. The students are to be in their uniforms, not in mufti. Alright? The soldiers were not in uniform. It's correct. The soldiers were not in uniform. It's correct. Call the man on black shoes. No, that's wrong. So you call the man in black shoes. In hats. in first card. Whatever it is you're wearing that covers you, you are in it. Even your finger is in the ring. Alright? Your finger is in the ring. Now, of course, when you use the verb put, the verb put takes on with respect to dresses. Put on your shoes. Put on your clothes. Put on whatever it is you want to wear. Alright? Put on is used. Let's look at transportation. So that's about dresses, of course. We've made these corrections. If there are questions, don't worry. We'll give you the platform to answer those questions. Transportation is next. So we often say, I'm in a bus. I can't take your call now. I'm in a bus. No. I am on the bus. Well, some grammarians will give us excuses as to if the bus is standing at a place, say in. If the bus is moving, say on. I don't buy such ideas. If one is on the bus, the implication is that that person is traveling. So please use on. Alright? I am on a bus to the market. The British people often use on the bus, but I'm a little bit skeptical about the use of on the bus, because in our own case, for instance, buses are not marked. What I mean is this. The bus that will leave a particular bus stop to another destination is already known in the UK and might be leaving at 10 o'clock. But in our own case, buses are not marked that way. You understand? You go to the park and you board a bus. Sometimes just across the road or by the roadside, you board a bus. So I would prefer to use a instead of the, because of the fact that our buses are not specific. Alright? So, I am on a bus to the market. We went with taxi. We went by taxi. We went by taxi is correct. Dad traveled with his car. We often make this mistake as well. I am going with my car. As if you won't come back with it. No. When it is not public vehicle, private vehicle, the taxi is a kind of car for commercial purpose. That's why we use by. But the car that is of private use takes in. Alright? Dad traveled in his car. Mom will be going to the wedding in her car. We travel by sea, we travel by road, we travel by rail, or we travel by air. All of these is correct. You can travel by sea, or by road, by rail, or by air. Mom is in the plane to New York. That's not too good. Mom is on the plane to New York. Mom is on the plane to New York. The family prefer to travel through sea. The family prefer to travel through sea. No. The family prefer to travel by sea. It's better and more acceptable. She goes home by foot. She goes home by foot every day. Is not too good. Use she goes home on foot every day. She goes home on foot every day. That's correct. Now, for convenience, our next video shall look at other aspects of these wrong uses of preposition and their right uses, the errors and the corrections. But because I wouldn't want to bore you with a lengthy lesson on this, I've cut the lesson into parts. So the next video will carry the next set of corrections on the use of prepositions. Thank you so much for always being a part of this program.